Welcome everyone. The festive season is fast approaching and I just thought it was time for another video. So never mind Whamageddon, which I was knocked out on in the 7th, which is quite pathetic. We're going to be playing Carmageddon because why not? It begins with C, Christmas begins with C, and it's a great game, so let's do it. So yeah, we're going to be using the Pentium MMX 200 because it's the ideal spec for this kind of game with the Voodoo 1 card. And yeah, if you've not seen this game before, it's a classic. It's one of my favourites. I played the heck out of it back in the day, and it really does hold up. It's just a stellar game, and probably still my favourite of the series, to be honest. And that's saying something because I'm a big fan of Carmageddon. So without further ado, let's turn on the power. And let's get the right input on the go. So what we're going to do is now, usually for most games we would go into Windows 98, but the original Carmageddon was primarily a DOS game, so we are just going to go straight into DOS. And it'll tell me it's stuck, but that's only because I'm mashing that button like crazy, so command prompt only. And yeah, just to get into the festive spirit, I've got a wee bit of mulled fruit punch here. It's lovely. Just heated it up in the microwave. Okay, so that's everything set now. So I think it's in my games folder. So if we do CD games, I'm just going to double check. You'll see, right, so there's Carmag and there's Karma. I think it'll just be Karma. Yep. And then let me just double check. Let's see. Right, yeah, now, so there's two executables here. This is the one with the Voodoo patch that was added later. So to run that, we're going to put Karma V for Voodoo, because we've got a Voodoo 1 card, and EXE. Alright guys, here we go. You hear the solenoid there, just hear it kick in. Ooh. It's not good. Maybe my Voodoo card is dead. Okay. But that's it, guys. It's always about the troubleshooting. We wouldn't have it any other way, would we? Right, let's try resetting the computer then. I mean, it definitely was working through Windows 98. But within DOS. So while it's booting up, I could tell you a wee bit about Carmageddon. So it was released in 1997, and I got it shortly after release. I remember playing the demo and being blown away by it, and yeah, begged my parents to get me the game. I think I got it in launch, and I would have been, well, quite young at the time actually. A few years below the recommended age rating, but you know, that's the way things were back then. So yeah, got it on disc, and now I'm in the UK, so the original version of the game basically it's like Death Race 2000. So you're in a race technically, but not really. You're just basically going about smashing up your opponents, running over pedestrians. You know, it's like a blood sport basically, with no rules. And when they released it in the UK, there was a lot of controversy, and well, there was controversy all over the world. But the BBFC, I believe, made the decision to have the game censored. So they said to SCI that you've got to basically censor the game if you want it to be released. So what they did is, because they didn't have a lot of time, they were quite cheeky, and they basically just did a palette swap so that the humans became zombies. So basically all that amounted to was making the... Sorry, let me just close this down. Making the skin grey and the blood green, and that was pretty much it. They changed the intro FMV very slightly, and kind of changed the kind of premise and the story beats slightly. But you can see, when you actually look at the original video, you can see it was really just a kind of bit of a bodged job to get around the censorship. But to be honest, I quite like the zombie version. That's the version that I've got nostalgia for. So it's the version we are going to be playing. Okay, so here's Karma here. And we're going to run Karma V. And hopefully this time, if I'm getting a red screen, it means my Voodoo's dead. No, there you go, it's working fine. You can see the faint lines there just because the Voodoo's video output's not great. But yeah. Also, the soundtrack for this game was Fear Factory, which I actually preferred this over the Iron Maiden soundtrack that came out for the sequel. Well, it was Iron Maiden was in it. It wasn't just all Iron Maiden. But even though it's metal music, I feel that the Fear Factory, the kind of electronica, you know, but heavy with the guitars and stuff, really just works for this style of game. So I really enjoyed the soundtrack. And in fact, for Carmageddon Max Damage, or Reincarnated, as it was before, but there's the zombies there. It uses kind of dubstep, which I'm not a huge fan of as a genre, but it actually really quite works in Carmageddon. You know, distorted guitars with dubstep, and yeah. Anyway, so this is the intro FMV, and they've changed a few wee bits because of the zombie retheming, but it's basically, you know, introducing the different kind of cars, you know, and they're all, you know, sitting there with their engines turning over, ready to start the race. Yeah, and it was a really cool intro at the time, and to be honest, you know, the FMV today still holds up. I mean, it looks pretty good, you know. And then this is the car here. This is the Eagle, which is the car for the one of the two characters you can play, the kind of main character, Max Damage. You can see here now, we've got a guy with a checkered flag. So why? There's zombies. Yeah, why is there a guy with a checkered flag? You think, well, maybe he's a human. Yeah, and we're out there to run one. There's a zombie there. That screams so bad. I think they always think it's someone in the office. Look, he's a zombie, but like not like a zombie that's kind of was decomposing like the other ones. Green, but why would a zombie be out there with a checkered flag? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so that's the intro to Carmageddon. So we are just going to go straight into the game, and we are going to go... Now, this is the thing here. You actually have two options of characters to play. So you can play as Max Damage, who is in the Eagle, and we also have Diana, who is in the Hawk. The main difference being the Eagle is slower, but has better armour and is better at hitting things, and the Eagle is just faster, more manoeuvrable, but a wee bit softer. I like the fact that you've got the two characters, you know, it just shows you back in 1997, we had a wee bit of diversity there, you know, you were able to select between two genders of psychopath, and to be honest, I actually quite favoured Diana, because at the start of the game, having that extra speed just makes it makes it a wee bit more, I don't know, it just, the Eagle at the start just feels a bit sluggish, really, but it's probably the better option overall, because this is not a racing game, this is a car combat game, you know, and when you get to the end of the game and you've got all the upgrades, the two cars are much of a muchness, really. But I'm going to start with the Eagle. So you'll see here, Mame Street, a lot of the names for the tracks are puns, which is really cool, and we can upgrade parts, view info, so you can look at the info for the race, you know, so Bleak City Business District, tells you how many pedestrians there are, number of laps, and then there's a wee description of it there. We also get to see the racers. Now this, they're semi-randomised for each race, but it's almost in tiers, so there are some that you won't see until later, because they tend to drive the bigger vehicles that are harder to take out. OK Stimpson, I mean, this has not aged very well, has it? Yeah, the fraud broco. Anyway, now, I can change my car as well, but at the start, you've only got the option of the Yellow Hawk. There are different colours that you can use multiplayer. The way you get new cars in this game is when you wreck certain cars, there is a small chance that you will steal it, but you have to be at a certain rank before that car will become available, and even then it's only a slight chance, and even then it's only certain cars. So most of the cars in this game are only drivable via a cheat code. So yeah, but we're just about to start now. I'll have a wee sip of my mulled wine. Oh no, mulled wine, mulled punch. Yes. It's non-alcoholic, by the way. We could have got the alcoholic one at the Christmas market, but we sampled both. We actually prefer the non-alcoholic one. Go figure. So you can see in the starting grid, you can actually move between people depending on your rank. I tend to just go to the back, so I can smash people from behind. That's what it's all about.
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, and a wee bit of get up and go there. Take out these guys. Yeah, there's also a timer in this game, so as you run over pedestrians, it's all very cartoon violence, so, you know, even though there's a lot of controversy back in the day, this is quite laughable now, you know. It really isn't, you know. It's so unrealistic and over the top that really you couldn't take this seriously. So, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so basically there's a wee timer that you'll see. And that's because when you hit cars and run over pedestrians and get to checkpoints, it adds time onto a timer. I don't know why this is really part of the game. It's in all of them though. It's about the only challenging part of the game, I guess, is running out of time, because in the first game you cannot actually die. You know, your car cannot be wrecked. You can always repair it. Although that's not true in the sequel. In the sequel, you can actually wreck yourself and lose the race completely. But yeah, so the only way you can really lose is by running out of time. And I think the only way you can lose overall is by running out of money and not being able to pay your debt, which, I mean, maybe if you're playing in the hardest setting, which is a lot harder to make money and the repair costs are a lot more and stuff, that's maybe an issue. But on normal and easy, it really isn't a problem. Now you'll see it's chugging a wee bit, but you know what? That's fine. This is still peak, because this is how it. Oh, what happened there? This is how it would have been back in the day. You know, I would have had some similar performance on my rig. In fact, it probably would have been slightly worse, because I think it was a 166 I had, not a 200 MMX. Oh, instant handbrake, very nice. So there's lots of power-ups in this game as well. So if I press space, check this out. Stop! Hammer time. Yeah, you can basically just stop immediately. Just on how useful that is. If I press tab, I get a wee mini-map, so I can kind of keep tabs on where my opponents are. Also, yes, I should say there's basically 3 ways to win a race. So it's a wee bit, almost a bit like kind of sandboxy, not open world, but sandboxy in the sense that you can approach each of the levels in different ways. So the one way that you can complete the level is just by racing, but it's not really a race because no one ever beats you. Like the opponents will kind of go around the track and stick to the kind of the path, but they will never win. So you cannot actually lose the race. But technically, if you go through all the checkpoints in the correct order and you do the required number of laps, and that was the wrong checkpoint because I've not done the previous one, then you will finish the race. And you don't get a lot of money for that, so it's not really a good way of ranking up, because to rank up, you need to earn a lot of money. The second way, which is what I tend to favour, is by taking out all your opponents. This is, to me, the most fun of the kind of victory conditions, and the one is probably the most lucrative, really, with a very rare exception, because taking the cars out actually nets you quite a lot of credits, and it gives you quite a lot of time as well, and it's hella fun. The final, just Just froze here for a second. The final way that you can complete a level is by killing every pedestrian. So in this one, that would be taking out every zombie. Now, really, in order to do that, this is why I'm saying it's got to be a very kind of special scenario for this to be viable. You really need two things. First of all, you need to find the power-up zombies on map, which will show you all the zombies on the mini-map. They'll appear as like little yellow dots. Without that, it's going to be really tedious trying to locate them all. The second thing is there is a car in the game that is a cheat car. Actually, it's not one that you can unlock normally. It has like a death ray, kind of electro bastard ray, I think it's called. So when you get near pedestrians, it just zaps them automatically. It is available as a power-up during the game as well. But yeah, if you're driving in Stella's car, then you can basically take a lot of these guys out from range, and yeah, that makes that one viable. But I mean, it's still going to take you like half an hour to an hour to do a race, and you will get quite a lot of money for it because the peds are worth a fair bit, and you'll rack up lots of time. But really, it's not very feasible for completing every level. So, at the moment, I've not wasted any of my opponents, but I built up a wee bit of time. You can see there's one here. Again, Diana's not the best, really, for taking out opponents. You can see I'm getting some graphical glitches. I think that's just because the Voodoo card is old and it struggles a wee bit sometimes. Oh, all the wrong checkpoints. Right, hang on. Let's see if I can go down here. Oh, there's Ed 101. He's actually one of the first cars you can actually unlock, like one of the legitimate ones. He's quite fast and he handles quite well, but he is even worse than even Diana when it comes to offense. So really, he's not very useful. This here's a mech. I think that's another one that's actually a legit grab.
Wrong checkpoint.
But oh, here we go. Oh, nice. Okay, so when you flip yourself, you need to recover, which is insert, which costs you quite a lot of money actually. So try not to make a habit of it. As does repairing. These are all the things that cost you money. So you can see that I had to repair there because I took a fair bit of damage, and that really does eat into your profit. Okay, I'm just going to go into the cockpit view so I can see what I'm doing. So wee tricks like that, because it takes a while for the camera to switch around. So if I do this, I can kind of see in front of me when I'm reversing, which is quite handy. Okay, right, come on. There you go. Right, so that's one wasted. Val is gone. Who's next? Oh, okay, there's someone here, right in front of me. Yeah. It's Cutter, I think. Oh! Ho, ho, ho! What a shot. Yeah. See, one of the things I love about this game is the physics. It just... Now, the later games had, much better damage modelling, so like, bits of the car would fall off, and, the pedestrians' limbs would fall off, because it was, they were like 3D models as opposed to sprites. So, in a technical level, the sequels are a lot better, but in terms of game feel, I still like the physics model of the first game the most, and Splat Pack, which was the expansion, because it uses the same engine. Yeah, when you hit cars at speed, ooh, that's a short screen. When you hit cars at speed, you feel like you've got a lot of momentum behind you. You feel like you're doing a lot of damage. So think of it a bit like, almost like gunplay. We talk about gunplay in first-person shooters. The game feel is really good in this game, and this is why I always keep coming back to it. The car handling's terrible. The cars handle really badly. They understeer big style. If you do try and turn too tightly, they do slide out. it's this weird thing where they steer, they understeer, but they also have no grip. it's bizarre, but you kind of get used to it. And again, it's not a racing game. It's a car combat game, really. So it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, it's just really lots of fun. It's still my favourite, I think, of the series. Yeah, and I really like them. I like all the Carmageddons. Even TDR, you know, I've got a bit of a soft spot for. It's okay, you know. Definitely the jelly suspension. Yeah, some of the power-ups in this game are quite nuts as well. A lot of them are detrimental. I'm coming after you, mech. Oh, see if I get you, mate. Yeah. Oh! That was like almost kind of T-boned him. Right, wheel spin. Can I wheel spin off of this? I forgot what wheel spin is in this actually. Hang on. So if I press the wheel spin button, oh, that's that. Hang on, I'm just going to get the options to find out what the controls are. The wheel spin button will actually allow me to get back. Oh, it's said. Right, the wheel spin button, if I mash it. No? 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 Oh no, looks like I'm recovering. Usually the wheel spin button can get you back on your side, but not today. Right, anyway. Another nice wee touch I like about that only is in the original game is the Pratt cam. So you'll see in the top left corner we've got a wee kind of portrait of Diana, or Max if you're playing Max, and it kind of reacts to the race. So you know, if you hit someone, they like I did there, you know, like Wanda there, she'll kind of the head will go back, you know. They have wee sound bites like, you know, sorry, or you know stuff like that. It just adds a bit more character to the game, and really shows you that it does not take itself seriously. You know, so you know, sorry. Yeah, it's just and you can turn it off. If you press P, it just turns off. So if it annoys you, you can toggle it. But to be honest, why wouldn't you have it on? It's awesome. This whole game is awesome. It kicks so much butt. I love it. And it's just, you know, it harkens back to a time where games were just simple and fun. They just had a really solid core gameplay loop, is what you'd call it now, I suppose, you know? Where there wasn't tons of variety, but it just was really addictive. Just because it just felt really good to play. And there wasn't really a lot like it. I mean, you had like Twisted Metal and stuff in the PlayStation. But for PC... Ah, no! Oh, I almost got Ed as well. Oh, I've not been in the... Did I go in the stadium? No, I don't know if I did. Oh, Diana, calm down. You know, chill the beans, man. You're fine. Right. Yeah, so there's a big stadium here you can see. And... Okay! Right, I'm going to try and get into the stadium. Because... Still the wrong checkpoint. I've just missed that first checkpoint completely, haven't I? Oh no, I'm in the third one. Okay, if I'm not careful I can get stuck here. I'll just swing around. Swing around. Right, okay, so... I'm gonna just go into the stadium. Oh no, I have been in here, I'm just an idiot. Or someone has at least. Oh, bouncy, bouncy. This is one of the more annoying power-ups. I think the most annoying power-up is the pinball one. Basically, if you collide with any surface, you just bounce off it like crazy, and your car can get damaged really, really, really quickly. Okay. Again, Diana's not having a good time here. I can't blame her, to be honest. Right, okay, that's it. Okay, so we've been in the stadium. You can also go underwater here as well, so it's not like, you know, it's not like GTA. If you go in the water with the car, that's it. You can go underwater. The car handles terribly, even worse than usual, unless you pick up the underwater ability power-up, which is usually in those blue barrels. So if I grab this, I can't grab it. Basically what happens if you go forward without it, the front of your car goes up and you can't steer very well. But now that I've got the underwater ability, you'll see that the front of the car doesn't go up as much, so it makes it a lot more manoeuvrable. It's still quite tricky. Instant handbrake again, great, just what I needed. Nice. Okay, let's find Ed and then end this. Where is he? He's behind me. I don't see him though. Is he in the water? Because it looks like he's there. I have no idea. Sorry, pal. Where is Ed? Oh, there he is. He is in the water. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, am I gonna get a stunt bonus though? Nope. Wasn't cool enough a stunt, was it? There he is. Let's see if we can finish him off. If I push him into one of those mines, that'll probably finish him. Oh, it's really chugging. It's really struggling with the water there. Right. Right, Tashita, you're going in the bin. Whoa, come on. Get in the bin. Oh! Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. He's in the sea. Get in the sea. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, look at that. So it's all mangled. Yeah, okay, we'll repair that. I like it just kind of morphs back into shape. Right, that cost us quite a bit there. So, oh, we got a stun bonus for that one. Right, where is he? Oh, he's back in the water. It's quite annoying when they're in the water. Right, I think I need a sip of mould. Punch. Lovely. Right. Okay. Get into the spirit. With the spirits. Okay. Oh, there he is there. Right, I'm coming for you. I don't have the underwater ability anymore though. I don't have the touch and I don't have the power. What? How, that was in sync. It's like as soon as I hit that there, he must have hit a mine. It looked like almost like hit him with some sort of telekinesis or something. Right. Come on. I don't know what his power up is. I mean, to be honest, if I can just get out the water, that'd be a start. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so, without the underwater ability, it's just woeful. I'm getting it. Yeah. Oh, and I don't think I can actually. I'm stuck. I need. Oh, will the wheel spin work this time? Yeah, well, there you go. See, I'm using wheel spin there, and it will allow me to. Oh, it will allow me to. Almost seems like I'm more manoeuvrable if I reverse. Okay. Right. Where is Tashita? Tashita! There he is. Right. Coming for you, pal. There you go. All opponents wasted, and Diana takes off her helmet. So there you go. And then what it does is it counts up your, gives you a completion bonus for completing the race. Counts down your remaining time, adds that on as a bonus. And then it gives you your final profit. And depending on how much profit you've got, that'll determine how many ranks you go up. So you start at rank 99, the goal is to get to rank 1. I think that's probably only enough for 1 rank, though I think it needs to be like over 50. Oh no, it's 2 ranks. So that was enough there to get me up twice. And then you can then use the credits to basically buy new parts. I mean, it's really simple. There's basically 5 levels of parts. 1 for armor, 1 for your engine, and 1 for offense. And that's really it. That's about as complicated as it gets. You know, so I can look at the gallery here. You can go in and basically look at the cars that you've damaged, and yeah, you wrecked them. So we just got it done, and then that's the next level's Coastal Carnage, which is a really fun one actually. I think maybe this was the one in the demo actually, come to think of it. So at this point I can save my game. I just press escape and I go to save game, and I'll just put here, so Rockin' Retro. Oh look, barely fits. There you go. So yeah, I think that's enough Carmageddon for the now, but hopefully you enjoyed that. A wee blast from the past before Christmas. I'm just going to have another wee swig of my mulled punch. And I will now bid you adieu. Until next time, have a great festive season, guys. Take care.